Anthony Joshua is the biggest name in boxing. For whatever reason, his achievements don't match his name, with respect, and he brings it to the table that you're going to get the crossover. He brings the juice, irrespective of if any other heavyweight were cleaned out the way he was, people would be saying, done, finished, no longer any more commercial proposition. And he gets another shot. Also on that
building process again, read the new development. That's all done now. AJ needs to go into that.
Yeah, but should it be the next fight?
Yeah, right. Why not? He wants to.
You're talking about a world title challenger, right? Losing a world title challenge, and calling for the rematch.
He had the rematch clause put in. That was in the contract.
That's not true.
Yeah. He doesn't have
all right. The powers of whoever around him, we're going to make that. Whoever around him, we're going to make that.
What there was. But is it the fight that should be being made?
Yeah, why not? I thought it was a good fight.
Because Joseph Parker sat over there, he's smashing everybody to pieces. They're not getting an opportunity.
Yeah,
why is he not getting crack with Daniel Dubois?
That's for Joseph Parker's team to sort out. This is called the business.
But I'm asking you, is that the fight? The fight is Joseph Parker versus.
So why is it the fight, Spence? Because you're in Joshua's corner.
No, because it's the fight I want to see. It's not.
You've seen it once.
There's no reasons why. You just go to me. But if you want Joseph Parker,
if you saw that in another heavyweight, and you saw someone getting cleaned out in the end the way Anthony Joshua did against any other heavyweight, you wouldn't be saying that it's a given right for them to have another rematch.
Yeah, but it's not any other heavyweight, is it? It's like I'm just giving you my opinion on should that fight happen. And like Eddie Hearn wanted the immediate rematch straight away. Anthony Joshua wants the immediate rematch. The public want to see it, and why not?
Listen, I get it. You're right. No, I'm not at all. Listen.
Because I think there's a fairness in the boxing ecosystem. Yeah. If you don't allow that to be fair.
So where do you see it going?
Where do I see it?
No,
I think they'll make the fight.
I mean, of course they are. Who would you like to see Daniel Dubois box next? I'm saying
whoever Daniel Dubois has to box as a mandatory right for being the champion of the division that he's in.
And those are the words of Spencer Oliver and Jordan from TalkSport. Okay, Simon Jordan from TalkSport, and they were going, as you guys can hear, the back and forth debate between Anthony Joshua and should he fight Daniel Dubois next, and does his fame warrant his skills and accomplishments? And let me counterpunch. I think that both guys have a point. Simon Jordan, for the record, I feel that he makes some points himself, with AJ. I do agree with if AJ was just a normal fighter or an average fighter or a regular fighter, if this was a normal challenger for the IBF, he would not be fighting the champion next. He wouldn't. You know what I mean? That wouldn't happen, and especially the way that he was blown out. Okay, he was down, 4 or 5 times, and he was knocked out by round 5. There would be no reason why that fighter could get another shot immediately at the champion. But this is not a regular fighter. This is an A-side fighter. This is Anthony Joshua, the endorsements, the superstar of the UK and other parts of the world, Joshua. Okay, that's the big deal. That's the big thing. Now, should he fight Danny Dubois right away? I think because he is everything I just mentioned, he pretty much has to. What Simon Jordan is saying and complaining about is like, look, the next guy should have the opportunity like Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker is a guy, though, that has been beating everyone. He's won every fight in every tournament that Turki Al-Sheikh has had concerning Riyadh season. He's won every one. He's 3-0. Okay, even though the last performance this year wasn't as dominant because he was down twice, but he was against a very dangerous opponent, Zhilei Zhang, which Zhilei Zhang showed you how dangerous he was in his last fight. And Joseph Parker hasn't fought since he's fought Big Bang Zhang, and Big Bang has. So the tide is pretty much shifted in the fact that maybe the guys that always win are not always the guys that are primarily showcased. Okay, so Joseph Parker is a example of that, but Joseph Parker should be fighting someone soon. You have to start asking questions like, what are they really doing over there? Everyone's praising Turkey Al-Sheikh, but at the same time, the guys that should be praised are the guys that are winning these fights in this Riyadh season tournament. Okay, so that's what I say about that. But that's what Simon Jordan's complaining about. But again, AJ's overall status, his overall marquee value, all of that is intertwined with the pressure of performing. See, it's bad for AJ. I do admit he's not a Lennox Lewis, and I explained this yesterday in one of my lives. Lennox Lewis was not as popular as AJ. I don't think he ever will be. I think he's more respected skill-wise because he's an absolute beast. But as far as popularity, as far as backing, as far as notoriety, Anthony Joshua of today, okay, will always be bigger than Lennox Lewis. Okay, Lennox Lewis in his day was never bigger than AJ. So he could get knocked out and get beat because he wasn't looked at like AJ's looked at today. Okay, that's why he had 5 fights in between fighting McCall, because the first loss was from Oliver McCall. Oliver McCall knocked out Lennox Lewis, and Lennox Lewis took 4 or 5 fights to build back up. But it was no expectation from Lennox Lewis to do that. It is expected from AJ because of what is expected of him, because of where his status is. So basically, Simon Jordan is complaining about, hey, his achievements, don't match his notoriety. Well, a lot of times they don't, unfortunately. But people still love and ride AJ, and it really ain't about what he did in the ring. It's what he does outside the ring, i.e. things he does, paying for funerals and, giving people money on the side that don't expect it and don't see it coming, and he does it anyway. Those type of things go far with character. And the character is what makes people still like and love Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Manny Pacquiao, you don't have to win every single fight to be loved and be respected and still be supported in your country and worldwide, honestly. Because when people hear that you're a good person, you're a good dude, they're going to still ride with you. You may lose, and they still want you to continue. Okay, and I think that's the overall counterpunch in between that. Now, Spencer Brown saying, well, hey, people want to see the fight. Yeah, we want to see Tyson Fury still, but at what cost? You know what I mean? My only concern is AJ getting seriously hurt because he has this type of expectation, because he's so popular. You don't want him hurt because of the pressures of what has been expected of him. That's the only problem I have in this situation. But you guys tell me what you think of Simon Jordan stating that Anthony Joshua shouldn't be fighting Daniel Dubois next. And if he was any other fighter, he wouldn't be. And his skill set doesn't match his attributes or his awards. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been Counterpunch. Peace.